I was quite fortunate. I studied Agile at university, and when I really got my first opportunity to then have a delivery of my very own in a large bank, I chose Scrum and very quickly fell into LeSS. So in this short video, I want to give you a little bit of an insight into my experiences with LeSS. Now, to say my experiences with LeSS is actually a bit of a misnomer, because my experiences aren't just with LeSS. It's more probably is accurate to say that my experiences are mostly with LeSS Huge. And what have I learnt about LeSS on the way? Well, one, it can be really tough. LeSS is a framework, it's a set of principles, it's some rules, it's a bit of an organisational structure that when you effectively just try and, if you ever try and just insert it, install it in an organisation, it doesn't work that well, because organisations aren't designed to work in this way, at least the ones that I worked in. So I've always found that, particularly when you're working in large organisations, a whole heap of stuff needs to change when you move towards LeSS. Now, it's always good then to begin to do that in an incremental, evolutionary way to help change people's mindsets, which is an obvious one, but to also work on the technical quality and the development practices that are in place, because your ability to adapt as an organisation is massively limited by your ability to adapt your software in such a way that doesn't invoke fear in the people that are changing it, and to do so in a safe, repeatable manner. So when I think of my experiences of LeSS, yes, there have been some painful moments, but there's also been some brilliant moments. I've seen teams flourish, I've seen careers changed, I've seen people achieve, let's be honest, I've seen people end up getting paid more and be happier as a consequence of the LeSS journey. Did all those LeSS adoptions, all those times we used LeSS, work out fantastically how we would have loved them? No. But did we make organisations better? Do we continue to make organisations happier places? Do we continue to challenge some of the incumbent mental models of senior leaders? But absolutely yes. More recently, my experience of LeSS has been working with much more senior people in organisations, working with the elusive C-suite. And I find that when really engaging on these topics, there are some brilliant leaders out there who really get some of this stuff. So invoking conversations around what is your product, how does product relate to platform, these types of experiences, the types of traction we can get, the increased product and customer focus, the ways that we can set teams free from some of the shackles they've been constrained by, and actually have autonomous, self-managing, driven teams working towards a goal. In my experience, that's what LeSS can really give you. So I hope that this really short and maybe somewhat rambly, meandering I've just given you is in some way useful. I'm not sure if I really answered the question, what are my experiences of kind of working in LeSS, but I hope I've given you an idea of maybe what's possible for you and for your teams and for your leaders when working towards LeSS. It isn't easy. And you could argue it's the path less travelled, but it yields huge benefits when you do it right. So, thank you for listening.